Hi everyone, my name's Kay Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to share with you a couple of tips that I've learned along the way about making cards for brand new stampers or preparing cards for a charity event. You can see how nice and simple this card is. There's little bulk to it, so it's easy to mail. It'll just take one to stamp. These are important features to consider when you're creating a card for a charity event where maybe you're going to have a lot of people stamping that have never stamped before. I also keep the inside very simple. I do add just a little strip of designer paper, but you can see that to keep the costs down, we are not adding extra paper to the inside. And we keep it very simple on the outside. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, of course, is to have a piece of base paper, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. I do like to pre-score my cardstock for my customers, especially at a charity event or something like that. When you have first-time stampers, they don't always know how to use a bone folder, or you know, they just have a lot of questions. So the easier that we can make it for them, the better. So that's why I pre-score the cardstock. And there's a few other pieces we're going to need. We're going to need and we're doing this monochromatic, so again, we only need one ink. So I have decided to go with the In Color Designer Series paper. The stack that you get of the pattern prints, you get quite a few pieces of a single color in that paper, so that can take you a long ways towards getting your cards ready for an event like this. I do not use glue when I am doing a charity event because of the fact that people who have never used glue before make quite a mess out of it. So I'll try to do it just like I would if I were at the event. I would show them how to use the snail tape, or sometimes I even have people bring their own adhesive depending on what we're trying to do. This particular adhesive, when I do share it with my customers, I always tell them to put their index finger on the ripple at the top and make sure that this bottom area is open. So let's go ahead and we'll put this piece of pattern paper down right on top of our card, just like that. And then the next step is to go ahead and stamp our image. So I'm going to show you the layers I have here. This is a 3 by 4 1/4 inch piece of crisp cantaloupe paper, and then the layer is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. We're just bringing it down 1/4 inch. The ink is crisp cantaloupe, again, to coordinate. And we have our Blooming with Kindness stamp set that we're using. A really easy stamp set for a new stamper. There's very few ways to really mess it up. So that we're just going to stamp right in the middle, or I should say above, because we're going to put ribbon down here. So we just want to keep this image towards the top. And then we're going to use some snail on the back and just center that onto our crisp cantaloupe panel. Alright, and then we're going to use a little bit of ribbon. I like to do a little extra touch on something. I think the customer appreciates it, but again, we're not doing a bow. We're keeping it nice and flat. I do keep Scotch tape at the table so that people can get their ribbon secured in the back. And just secure this back side here. There we go. And there's that's basically our panel, our image panel. And then I have them put dimensionals on the back, which I've already done in order to save a little bit of time on this video. There we go. Now we just put it onto our front panel like so. Just center it in there. And then the inside panel, all we want to do is add a little strip of designer paper to the bottom here. So again, just a little bit of snail. Center this into the bottom. And I have this cut at a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 inch. and the card is ready to go. Now, what I also like to do when making cards like this at an event is, if it's practical, I find that new stampers really enjoy decorating the envelope. And so I just have everybody stamp a flower at the corner of the envelope like that. And actually it is quite exciting to go out to your mailbox and see something with a little stamping on the envelope. You know there's going to be something good inside. So this is a very quick card that people can do quite a bit of at a charity event to raise money for a good cause. Have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. Bye-bye.